We've got an early start tomorrow. Be sure to get some rest.
Will do. But man, this constant Fenmont night is really messing up my rhythm.
Come to think of it, I had trouble adjusting to it too. The trick is to always eat meals at the same times you used to.
Okay, I'll give that a try.
And I'll be your alarm clock if you can't get up in time.
All right, but don't get mad if I bump you on the head when I want to go back to sleep.
I will absolutely get mad. I will be very mad. That's incredibly rude.
Good night.
Good night. I could use a good night's sleep too.
Alright, that was a pretty quick one. I think we need to stay here one more time. Yes, here's another 300 gold, making a killing off of me today.
I'm beat. I need a good night's sleep.
Tell me, Jude, do you know what the greatest challenge is for a soldier on the battlefield?
Fighting, I guess?
No. In fact, it's getting enough sleep. It's surprisingly difficult. You don't know when the enemy will attack. You don't know if you'll still be alive tomorrow. Sleeping amidst worries like that is a challenge for even the most experienced of soldiers.
So, what do you do when you're in that situation?
Take a deep breath, relax, and look all around. See that your friends and companions are there. Friends that keep watch while you rest. Friends that risk their lives in battle together. And friends that suffer from the same fears as you.
Right.
There are few things more reassuring than knowing that others share the same fears. But maybe I only feel that way because I'm a bitter, selfish old man.
That makes two of us.
It's good to know we share such an odd common ground.
Alright, there we go. It's another one done. Next, we're gonna go back to Labari Hollow, which we need to do. What got you started on Tales of games? I have a very good friend of mine, been my friend for like, oh man, 7 years now? Somewhere around there. When did I met her when I was 16 or 17 years old, and I'm 24 now, so it would have been 6 or 7 years ago. But, she, her favorite game, or one of her favorite games from when she was younger, was Tales of Symphonia, which she had on the GameCube and played all the time. And she talked to me about it every now and then one day I was in GameStop, and they were like, hey, we're porting, they ported Tales of Symphonia 1 and 2 to, the PlayStation 3, and so I was like, hey, is it worth playing now? And she said, absolutely, play it. And so I played Tales of Symphonia. And I like Tales of Symphonia, so the next time I went to GameStop, I was like, what other Tales of games you got? And they were like, we got Tales of Graces, and we got Tales of Xillia. And so I bought them both, and I played them both, and now Tales of Xillia is my favorite game of all time. So, after I played Xillia and Graces is like my 4th favorite Tales of game, after I played both of them, I was like, I want more. And so, now, slowly but surely, I've been playing all of them, and I'm about halfway through them now, and very excited for when Tales of Arise comes out. I'm going to Labari Hollow.
This is the site of the laboratory where you grew up, isn't it? Maybe you can remember something about your family.
I can't. I have lots of memories of Tipo, but nothing else. Looks like this was a big fat waste of time.
Well, I certainly wouldn't say that. I love the way the wind feels here when it's blowing through my beard.
Wait, didn't Rowan's beard remind you of your father?
Hey, maybe that means your dad had a beard too. Do you remember what it was like? He gave Elize a piggyback ride here.
All we have to do is find a man with a beard who likes piggyback rides, and bam, we've got it.
That's right. I remember his beard swinging in the wind.
Are you sure you're not just thinking of Zhao?
He was really big.
really feel like you're thinking of Zhao.
And he had a hat with lots of feathers and a big fluffy coat.
This is Zhao.
Are you sure that's not Zhao?
You're right. The man with the beard wasn't my father. It was Zhao. He put me up on his shoulders and told me the truth. That my mother and father had gone off somewhere very far away. He apologized over and over as he told me, but I didn't understand why. I just remember watching as his tears fell into his beard. Hey, it's okay. You can stop. I don't remember anything about my mother or father at all. I'm sorry. I thought you'd be happy if you could remember more of your past. I should have realized some memories should just stay forgotten. I'm so sorry, Elize.
Ah, there you are. Some friends of mine said they saw you down here. I've been looking for you.
What is it?
I have a message from Isla. She remembered where Elize is from. There's a place just through a cave in the Mon Highlands. Isla says the house where you were born is there.
So Isla is all better?
No. It's just something she said during her delirium. She says the same things over and over.
Then you've learned of her past.
I know she can never make amends for what she did. But do you think you can forgive her? All she can do at this point is apologize. Your forgiveness would mean a lot.
Elize, please tell Isla that I said thank you.
I certainly will.
Okay, let's go. I want to see the place where I was born.
To the Mon Highlands it is. Zhao did kill Elize's parents. I don't think they ever, or at least they haven't in this playthrough so far, they never say why Zhao did it, but, or they haven't yet. They might when we get to Elize's house, heck if I know. But before Zhao sacrificed himself against the Olympian soldiers to let Gaius make his getaway, he told Elize that it was him and he apologized for it.
A house in the southeast part of the Mon Highlands. That's where you were born! Hey!
Relax! Elize, help me!
Help me, please! Alright, Mon Highlands. Where? There we go. The Canbelar entrance, I think, is the northern part, which is where we need to go. Oh no, you have to go in the center. Wait a minute, didn't I already... Maybe I didn't go all the way to it, but I already went on that path before earlier in the playthrough, didn't I? Definitely while we're walking, we need to pick up, like, as many random materials as possible. In hopes of more black feathers. Man, it feels like just the other day when we were first going through here. And, yes, thank you. And I was fighting these dragons. Time flies, man. Time just really does fly. When you're playing a great game. Stay away from me.
Be gone.
No, you be gone. But also, yes, I will leave. Just leave me alone. I didn't even see how many black feathers we're up to. We're coming back up on 30, I think, but we still need like 113. There's no way around it. I'm just going to have to find a lot of them off screen. Gotta do what you gotta do. I'll just run around in one of the... whichever road spawns most stuff. Probably the Barnier High Road, the one going to Fenmont. Seems like they spawn a lot of stuff there. Find as many as I can. Hopefully get up to the... What do we need, 113? If I can just get up to or near that amount, that'd be perfect. The Silent Cave. I think I went in here before, but I didn't actually go through it. So, let's go through it now and get to the end and see what's up. With Elize's childhood home, apparently. Gimme. Oh, hello, rare enemy. Haven't seen any of you in a while. Honestly, even being a rare enemy, this area is probably... Oh, dude, we're up to 40 already. We've actually gone further than I realized. Fighting you is not worth it, is what I was trying to get at. Alright, we're already at 40, which means we're more than 1/3 of the way there. Once we hit like 56, 57, we'll be halfway. It's actually a lot better than I realized. There's a giant rock in my way I can't help but notice. Oh, thank you for that. What do I do about this? Is there like a... Is there a hole somewhere nearby I can go through? This is where I was supposed to go, wasn't it? I thought it was. Huh? But maybe it isn't? Have I gone the wrong way? I mean, this is definitely up towards the north. I feel like I need to go through right there to get to Elize's home. But I'm not entirely sure how, with this in the way. This is where you're supposed to go. You got stumped by this in your original playthrough as well. Ah, glorious. I'm glad that past me and current me can come together. And probably future me when I do Milla's story. All of us come together to be like, this makes no sense to me. If I do get stuck on this again in my Milla story playthrough chat, then I need someone to remember this moment. And be like, hey, remember that one time when past, current, and future chaos all converged into one? And weren't able to figure out what to do? Wait a minute, did I just see the hole? Oh, it's right here. Dude, that blends in so incredibly much. Alright, he's done it. Thank goodness that didn't take very long. Thank you for 8 bees nest. That's insane. Just give me like 8 black feathers instead. What is that one dude doing in that closed off area?
This should be the place Jurgen told us about.
But I don't see a house anywhere.
It's been 10 years. It could easily have fallen apart by now.
Let's try looking around a little bit more.
No, this is it. This is where my house used to be.
You sure?
Elize's flowers! These were in our garden. So your house really was here. It's okay. Thank you, everyone. I feel a lot better now.
Tipo, you said these were Elize's flowers?
That's what they called them. Couldn't tell you why, though.
Jude, what are these flowers really called? Are they native to this area?
They look like Princessias. Normally, you don't see them in a place like this. Her parents must have planted them back when they still lived here.
And don't all flowers have some hidden meaning behind them?
Yeah. I can't really help you with these, though.
They mean priceless treasure and a long and happy life.
This may be a stretch, but these flowers may represent what your parents thought of you, Elize. At least, that's what I'd like to believe.
Mother. Father.
I'm impressed that you put that together.
You shouldn't be. After all, you were the ones who taught me what it means to be human.
Well, now we know. Oh, we got the Princessia. What is that's a herb that like ups my stats? A flower that carries on the memory of Elize's parents. It grows here and there around Elize's home. Oh wow, it's worth 5,000 points. All right. Very nice. Give me this. What are all of these people doing? Why are you all here? What are you doing? What is your purpose in being here? Like, it's one thing if it was just the monsters, but what are these nerds, like, patrolling around for? Poor Elize. But, you know, at least she's got that closure now. Gimme. Why can't I find more black feathers? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll get them off screen. That's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. Leave me alone. Ooh, an elixir. How nice. All right, well. There you have it. It's done. Let me look at these side quests again. Actually, let me hide away all of the ones that are finished now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Less than 10 side quests, and one of those side quests is the final post-game dungeon boss as well. 3 of these have to do with devil beasts. What's one that I can do right now with no trouble? Go to Fezabel Marsh. Alright. Fezabel Marsh, here we come.
It's difficult to believe this whole area used to be a dry wasteland.
We were taught a great tsunami did this 20 years ago. It was right when the former king of Azul was leading his army into battle against Rashagal. Wait, Rowan, you were a tactician in that battle, weren't you?
Yes, I was. It's hard to believe it's already been so long. This is the place where Princess Carrie died.
Noctigal's sister.
Even he wouldn't dare to defy her. If she was still alive, Rashagal's history would have turned out quite a bit differently.
She must have been a fearsome woman if she could keep Noctigal in check.
Quite the opposite. She was a gentle, easygoing soul. Noctigal was always at his kindest around her. But her gentle demeanor masked an indomitable spirit. The meek had no greater ally than her. She even chose to accompany the army as a medic, so that she could save as many lives as possible.
A princess working as a medic? She must have been one hell of a woman.
Unfortunately, her story did not end happily. Their brothers feared Noctigal would distinguish himself by leading Rashagal to victory. So instead, they revoked his authority to lead the army just before the battle began. In his place, they sent an incompetent buffoon of a general, who squandered every advantage Rashagal had.
Why would they do that?
They must have feared Noctigal more than their own enemies. Just as Rashagal was facing defeat, the tsunami came and forced the remnants of both armies to retreat. But Princess Carrie's unit was among the unlucky ones that were caught in the wave. It was a grave error on my part. Amidst the confusion, I didn't notice that her unit was in the path of danger. If I had given her unit clearer orders, Carrie would still be alive.
Wait a minute. Were you two together?
We were worlds apart in both age and class, but we had pledged our futures to each other. Noctigal was the only one who approved of our union, but that's an old story, and one perhaps best forgotten.
Why does everything have to be sad? I just want happiness, man. Alright, now we gotta go back to Trigleph and go to the commercial district, which I believe we spawn in. Yeah, we just gotta walk over here. Oh, hello there.
Excuse me, have you seen an elderly woman around here? I was out shopping with my mother, but we got separated. Her hair and eyes look just like mine.
Unfortunately, we don't know this city very well.
There you are, Lem. What are you doing here? What sort of child is still getting lost when she's 18 years old?
Me? You're the one who got lost. Did you forget where we were supposed to meet?
Oh, did I?
Honestly, I don't know how you keep a nursing job when you can't even stick to a simple schedule. It's nice to see that Olympians are as human as we are.
No kidding.
Carrie? Carrie, it's you. You're alive.
Wait, Noctigal's sister?
Oh, yes. My name is Carrie. But I'm afraid I don't know who you are.
You don't?
I'm sorry. I can't remember anything from my childhood. When I washed up on a beach here 20 years ago, all I could remember was my name.
Wait, do you know who my mother used to be?
No. I merely met her once before, when I was working with her husband.
Oh, are you in the military too?
Forgive me for not recognizing you. You meet so many people as a soldier's wife.
No apologies necessary. It was a long time ago. May I ask where your husband is?
He's away on an expedition right now. I haven't heard from him in a long time. But I'm not worried. Ever since he found me 20 years ago, Julius has never broken a promise he's made to me.
Mom, could you stop gushing to complete strangers?
Okay. But it is true, you know.
Come on, we need to get going. Nice meeting you all.
Hey,
When the schism was breached 20 years ago, the tsunami must have brought Carrie all the way here to Olympias.
Aren't you going to go after her?
I don't know what I would say to her after all these years. I don't even know how to feel about this.
Oh, that's hard. That's rough, man. That's, as in the words of Fire Lord Zuko, that's rough, buddy.